Sally Nugent presented BBC Breakfast alone on Monday morning as co-star Jon Kay was missing from the studio. BBC Breakfast host Sally Nugent presented by herself on Monday morning as co-star Jon Kay was missing from the iconic red sofa. As the cameras panned to the iconic red sofa in the BBC studios, Sally was seen alone as she welcomed viewers to the show. Jon, 55, was presenting live from Auschwitz for a special program as about 50 survivors of the Nazi death camp at Auschwitz-Birkenau are set to return to the site to remember the day it was finally liberated on January 27, 1945. Speaking to viewers watching at home, Jon went on to say, "Hello there, you join us from Auschwitz in Poland this morning as the world marks Holocaust Memorial Day." He continued, 80 years ago this notorious Nazi death camp was liberated, and at 8 o'clock this morning, commemoration events will start with Holocaust survivors lighting candles at the Wall of Death, as it's known. That's where thousands were murdered by a firing squad. Talk soon turned to late Ziggy Schipper, who was sent to Auschwitz in 1944 when he was just 14 years old, but he managed to escape after the war and started a family of his own. Jon reminded BBC viewers, "On this day 5 years ago at breakfast, we told the story of Ziggy Schipper. He was only 14 when he was rounded up by the Nazi and brought here to Auschwitz simply because he was Jewish. Now many of those who arrived were taken straight to the gas chambers and systematically murdered, but because Ziggy was young and healthy, he was forced to work in brutal conditions, but that meant that he was one of a small minority who survived." He added, "At the end of the war Ziggy escaped to the UK where he got married and had children. For many years he didn't say a word about the unbelievable horrors he had witnessed here because it was just too painful, but later in life Ziggy decided that he must speak out so that the Holocaust is not forgotten. Sadly, Ziggy died 2 years ago at the age of 93, but on this anniversary we wanted to return to his story.